Good evening, everybody. This is Bob DeCosta once again from Waterbook Tutorial. We'll be dealing with the comprehension passage as it comes in your question paper. The meaning of comprehension is understanding. If we do not understand something, how can we explain that to somebody else? For example, if you have seen a movie, let us say an art movie, and you come back home and then your little brother or your sister wants to know the story of that art film, but you find it difficult to come down to the level of your sibling to make him or her understand. That is where the lack of comprehension appears. So, comprehension means understanding. When you get a passage, remember you have to read it twice. And I mean it seriously, twice. First reading is called a light reading. It is like an eagle who from above sees the surroundings, just flies around and sees the surroundings where there are burrows, where there are hidden bushes, where some animals are hiding, so that it will come down to swoop on them. So your first reading is just light reading, trying to understand what is this passage about. When you're reading through the passage, keep in your mind and ask this question to yourself continuously: what is this passage about, or what is the writer trying to tell us from this passage? Once, when you have read it once, then tell yourself in one sentence what is this passage about. If a passage is about war, they will be describing about the war. So at the end of the passage, you should be able to tell yourself that this passage is about love and war. Second time when you read, you're scanning through and finding out the intricate phrases, details, the vocabulary used. After you have read this, then the first questions that appear in the comprehension will be words whose meanings are to be found. Be very careful if the word is in a particular tense, that is, if the word is in the past tense, your answer has to be in the past tense. Scanning means examining. If the word scanning is given there and you write examined, it is totally wrong. You have to follow the continuing tense ing in your meaning also. Now, how do you find out the meaning of a particular word? It is not possible for all of us to know all the words of the dictionary. So, to be very practical and clever, find out where the word is in the passage, read a few lines above and a few lines below, get a general idea as to what the writer is trying to say in the context for the meaning of that word. That is the way that you can get the meaning. However, if in case you are still under a doubt as to what the meaning is, try to give a phrase meaning. I repeat, a meaning in the form of a phrase. The reason being, if one of the words of the phrases is close to the word, you will at least get half a mark. So if two words fetches you half mark, that comes to 1 mark. And that is very important to you. Next comes the questions. You have the questions and you have to answer them. A common weakness of the students is to find the answer related to that question and lift that exact lines and write them in the form of an answer. That is totally wrong. You have to understand that part of the answer and write them in your own words. For example, if one of the sentence there is, she sang beautifully. So instead of your writing, she sang beautifully, you can say, she sang a beautiful song. That itself covers the meaning. This way, finish up all the questions. Then you have the précis. The précis, or the summary as we say. For that, you find out what the question states. Is the précis in one part of a paragraph, or does it consume several paragraphs? Find that out. Précis means writing in short. There could be a lot of details given. For example, John had sandwiches and fruit juice for his breakfast. So instead of writing or describing what all he had, just say John had his breakfast and rushed off to school. That itself is summary. Summary is the opposite of details. So you bring in that, and there are again certain parts. If in case you find that your summary instead of 60 words has gone up to 63 words. For example, let us take your last sentence, or one of the sentences within your summary is the girl with dark eyes. And by writing the girl with dark eyes, you have included 62 words. So how do you shorten this up? You write the dark-eyed girl. Dark-eyed is a hyphenated word. It is a compound adjective. You have squeezed the girl with dark eyes into dark-eyed, and you've given 3 words, and your summary comes to 60 words. These are certain skills you have to follow. So while they'll be doing these comprehensions in the school, if you keep these in mind, these tricks and these skills, you will surely get 90 or 98 in English, if not 100. Thank you. This is the end of this video. If you have liked this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Follow the description below. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you. Have a good day.